You know the part of the song, everybody sings along. Well, that's us, listen up, shout it out, I'm talking all night. The end is nowhere in.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we've got a team that's been great at defending the pass. The Broncos are top 10 at defending the pass. And they'll be going up against the Falcons, who will need to solve that secondary. With that, we'll send it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. They've got the call in this Week 5 matchup.
All right, Larry, we are a couple miles west of the Colorado State Capitol building as we come to you from Sports Authority Field at Mile High here in downtown Denver. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Atlanta Falcons and the Denver Broncos. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And the Mile High air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. A glance at the starting unit. Julio Jones, a threat on the outside, of course.
Combines great athleticism, incredible speed, and a whole lot of toughness to be one of the better receivers in the NFL.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I can't help it. I'm just sitting back in admiration right now. This defense tells everyone that plays against them, you're not beating us running the football. That's who we are. That's what we're about. It's not going to happen. If you're going to beat us, you better pick another way.
On 3rd down, Ryan. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. The safety T.J. Ward in on the stop. And a look now at how the Broncos line up defensively.
Von Miller is so good that he doesn't even need a nickname. His ability to bend and dip on the pass rush, unequaled in this league.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now Ryan on 2nd down. Caught on the right side by Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I know that's their first connection in this game, but you and I both know that Julio Jones is without a doubt his quarterback's favorite target.
Oh, yeah, Matt Ryan loves this guy, and who wouldn't?
Yeah, and the reason that he's that is because of his dependability. And quarterbacks have to have that from their receivers, meaning they know where they're going to be when they're running certain routes. They don't break them on them. They don't change them up and do their own freelance stuff and put their quarterbacks in bad situations. Matt Ryan has ultimate trust in Julio Jones.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And here comes play number 6 on this drive. This is Coleman. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
They always that changed in a big way. The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, the free safety was there, no gain.
On second down, here's Ryan. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And that takes us from second to third down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. And getting a look at the Wildcat here. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Handoff comes to Anderson. And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. So this brings up a 2nd and 2. Again, Anderson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. To throw on second is Simeon. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. We heard them talk before the game. About utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well, and most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods of work into the intermediate passing game, and now we know exactly why. They got the look that they were seeking, and they were able to take advantage of it.
The first carry for the rookie Devontae Booker. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The offense on your screen now, and our first look at C.J. Anderson.
And what a look it's going to be, making a name for himself rapidly running the football.
Little motion now from the tight end. In motion left goes a tight end. The play clock's running down. A 2nd down carry for Booker. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Brad, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throwing, Lynch. Looking for Sanders. delivers, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kamal Ishmael. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So out come the Falcons now. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. To throw is Ryan. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll make it second down. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out. This play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough third down. So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, off goes Matt Ryan, and on is another Matt Bryant. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And Bryant's kick is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they recover the fumble in plus position, but they can't go anywhere. In fact, they go backwards, but they do get a field goal out of it.
They'll take the 3, but in a lot of ways, they feel like they let themselves down by not capitalizing, and they definitely let the defense down for getting the key turnover.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
We just saw what a lot of teams call a heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game. That signifies they want to run the football. Yeah, occasionally they'll play action and throw it, but most of the time, those guys on the field means strength, power, run the ball behind them. And now what a lot of teams are doing is they're taking an extra offensive tackle and putting him in a tight end number to give them even more blocking power. And we just saw it on that play.
And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
So 3rd and 5, 3rd and medium here. In motion left goes Sanders. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game. So 3rd down, and the Falcons going with a dime. 6 defensive backs. On 3rd down, Lynch. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They come out here in the eye. After the interception, here's Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And that score gives them a little more separation and a bigger lead.
A little more of a comfort zone now. They can do more things defensively, maybe take a few more gambles as they try to continue to extend their lead.
Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. And he's got it to make it now 13-0. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback. Last year would have come out to the 20. This year they'll move it out to the 25-yard line. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. The tackle made by the young rookie, Deion Jones.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They run it again with Anderson. They find some open field here. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
C.J. Anderson may not be a Pro Bowl runner, but he knows how to run big in big games.
Yeah, he sort of sealed the Super Bowl for them in the 4th quarter. Big game against the Patriots last year on a Monday night, but only 720 yards all told in 2015. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. In the backfield is Anderson. And he'll get it up the middle. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 2nd down, Anderson. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. Back to Denver right after this. So they run it on 2nd down. Now let's see what 3rd down brings here for the offense.
All right, here we go.
The motion man is Fowler. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Lynch. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run. When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Getting the call is Anderson running left. Shreds the tackle. That 2nd down run a big help. The 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now.
on a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. On 3rd down, Booker. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And McManus able to put it through, and they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So this offensive unit, they've now had 3 drives, and they only have 3 points to show for it.
Payoff is the key for everything. How many offenses we talk to that say we have to finish drives? Thus far, this team hasn't finished it quite the way they wanted to.
Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field, and they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Ryan caught on the right side by Jones. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now Ryan on 1st down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
The left side completion to Jones. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
You can feel the anguish all the way up here. It certainly looked like he had that one in the end zone, open, unable to hold on to it.
On 2nd down, Freeman muscles him off. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Third and long. It's Ryan. And he's got Sanu. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Fresh set of downs here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. No. Check, Patriot. Got you now, Barney.
Back to the ground. This time it's Hillman. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Ricardo Allen, the safety, makes the stop.
I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
It's a loss of 2, now third down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now. I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
And they'll indeed go for it with Lynch. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. First down, Ryan. Sanu with a grab over the middle. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They come out here in the eye. They'll toss it to Coleman. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. Darian Stewart there to bring him down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. And the play clock running very low, so Dan Quinn decides to call for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. On third down, Ryan. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
I really don't think that Julio Jones could be happier right now. Plenty of catch opportunities in this game. He's converted them. and his team's winning.
And Matt Ryan's happy, too, to have Julio Jones on the other side of these.
Yeah, you know, a lot of times we talk about breaking teams down, and oftentimes just through a running game. These two, they can break a team down through the air.
They'll come out in the pistol. Freeman again. And he's got this one down to the 10. So that one will get him halfway to the first down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now it's Ryan. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence. On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Desmond Trufant, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Coleman. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Here's Ryan. Patrick DeMarco, the fullback, the one he was looking for. And it's 4th and 3. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot, but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And the Falcons grab it. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They come out here in the I. After the interception, here's Ryan. Complete to Jones. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And you would have to think an obvious passing situation here on 3rd and 9. Now Ryan. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Taylor Gabriel, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them. But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And Denver getting set to take the field. Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, "Where was that all game?" Or maybe he's just kind of keeping it to himself and saying, okay, it's something to build on, and a positive comes out of a bad game, because those are going to happen from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready to go in the future. But that run right there, that's what they were looking for.
He was trying to get it to Benny Fowler that time, and now it's 3rd down.
That was a nice grab. Just couldn't get the feet down, right? You needed that toe tap sequence there. Whatever size shoe he's wearing, probably need about a half size smaller to complete that one.
On 3rd down, Lynch. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers, because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Watch it now. Over. Now let's go. Here we go.
Lynch looking to throw on 2nd. That's caught at the 3. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. And now they're in the hurry-up. On 3rd and 1, it's Lynch. And that is incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And that brings up 4th down. Now, they've got to be a little frustrated here to not complete that on 3rd down after having such a long drive going.
Now, you're talking about going over 70 yards on the drive. Yeah, did you say a little frustrated?
Very frustrated.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Very frustrated. There's no doubt about it. They thought they were going to have a chance to cash in the end zone. Now it looks like it's likely a field goal attempt.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. A very solid gain of 27. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they start throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. The 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, they decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice. Able to get a hand in and tip it away.
Hey, let's go.
Here's Coleman on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
You have to give big-time credit to the cornerback on that play. Most of them like to just sit back and say, I'm playing pass. But he diagnosed that play so fast and got into the backfield for a loss of yardage. That's a monster play by a corner.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. The Falcons will go for it. It's Ryan. Flush to his right. And this is incomplete. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on 4th down. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. And Denver getting set to take the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense started. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. C.J. Anderson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos get a bit closer. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Here we go.
They'll send one of those 2 tight ends in motion. The tight end changing his position. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll look to run with Hillman. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go, and the try for 2 is denied. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken very short.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion. They'll run for it with Anderson. And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. They get the conversion, and Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner. Atlanta
now coming out on the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. On the counter, Devontae Freeman. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, Hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Caught on the right side by Jones. And that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
It's caught. Jones. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Ryan wants to throw it. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
Here's Ryan. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. That'll be their 2nd, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime. Ryan. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Here's Ryan to throw. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on 4th down. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. And I don't quite know what's happening here. It's a first down, but the field goal team is out onto the field. This to get it back to a 1-score game. And McManus able to put it through. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So we're back to a 1-score game, and now you figure we'll likely see an onside kick.
Yeah, they've only got the 1 timeout remaining, so I think they've got to take a chance of getting the ball back.
And this is going to be covered up by the Falcons. And that should just about seal it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Freeman again, a first down carry. Down right around the 25. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that will...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Here's Ryan. Going for it all. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. So on 4th, and play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So barring something extraordinary, something crazy here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Brandon, this will be a great win for them. The better team's going to win this game, no question about it.
And the Broncos are going to get the football. The risk reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the